As you can see with all that traffic on the 405 freeway. In fact, there he's crossing the center line of the airport runway itself, and you can see him, he's getting into a jam here. I'm going to push back in here, and you can see he's really tight situation there.
And to the best of our knowledge, he's in the truck alone, or do we know that?
We don't know if there's anybody else in the vehicle, but look at there's the couple units that are getting involved in the pursuit there, and he made it all the way from the carpool lane all across lanes there. This guy's desperate to get away.
Now there's a chance that he could get off on surface streets, or just going to ride the edge of the freeway. Now he's going to stay on the freeway going south toward Irvine, San Diego, that direction.
Yeah, definitely. He's southbound now, 405, and look what he's doing. Whoa. He's trying to use that shoulder to get around all this heavy traffic. He's got traffic for miles and miles, and he's got a car there. Oh, he just clipped that car.
He clipped one car for sure.
Okay, so he just passed Jamboree, or is he getting off on Jamboree here?
He's approaching Jamboree. Yeah, he's going to be coming up to Jamboree right now, and it looks like he clipped that car that was on the shoulder. That's the danger here. People that are pulled over with a flat tire or issues with their car, this guy's coming right upon them, and he barely made it.
This is the worst time to do this rush hour traffic. You can see, obviously, gridlock around, but he's navigating around that. And he clipped what it would get referred to a little gray car that was over on the far right lane.
That's right, Chuck. And I'm sorry about the buildings. We're going to get into a better spot here in a moment here, but you can see him continuing. This traffic goes on and on as he approaches the this would be Culver exit, and he's going to continue southbound. He might get off here at Culver. Let's see what he does.
So he could head south into Newport Beach?
Yeah, if he takes Culver, he would definitely get into the Turtle Rock area of Irvine, and then certainly can make its way. But he's going through some construction cones there.
Yeah.
Wow, very dangerous. And I don't know if there's any Caltrans up ahead, but
sure
he just hit that car.
Oh, and he bumped. Yeah.
Terrible situation for that driver. Yeah,
and he's still going. It's a very dangerous pursuit. Started on, I believe. Oh, look at that.
Clipped another one.
In Irvine off Barranca Road. This is a guy who was wanted last week for assault on a police officer with a vehicle. You can see he is desperate to get away.
Absolutely.
He's going to push this guy, maybe. He shoved that one car pretty good.
How close are the black and whites behind him?
Look at that.
He might be carjacking. He might be doing a carjacking here.
Vehicle. Look at that.
Yeah, look at the front end. He's got a lot of damage here.
He's getting out. He went into the back seat for something. His car is smoking, so no, he's going to take off. I thought for a moment there they might try to carjack that vehicle.
Yeah, it looked like that.
And he's going to continue here. I don't know if he knows this area, but look at he goes into this.
Now
maybe he does know it.
Is that a dead end?
These look apartments, probably.
It's an apartment complex, and he's going to push his way through, and he's got another car. He's got trouble right there. How's he going to get around this? Oh,
he's getting out. Oh.
No, he's going to
oh, my gosh,
he's carjacking that vehicle.
He's trying to...
It looks like it's a female. He pushed her out of the vehicle. Such a danger. This man's going to try to help.
He's going to try to,
oh, this is a terrible situation. He's trying to fight them.
Don't do that.
He's got nowhere to go.
Oh, no, he's actually...
Oh, that's terrible. That man's got to get out of there. He's trapped. He could get squeezed right there. He needs to back off and just let this guy take that vehicle. Look out. Wow, this is a terrible situation. Well, now it's a matter of having to get a pit maneuver onto this guy and stop him. We don't know. Yeah, we don't know if there's children in that vehicle. It's you never know if that woman had her child in the vehicle. It's hard to say, but we're waiting to hear from the police officers. I'm listening to the airship overhead. Yeah, we're still in the Irvine area. This is Culver Boulevard, and he's northbound now on Culver, but he's got again heavy traffic here. So here he goes into the turn pocket. He's got some room to go there. No, he's got another car. He's going to have to jump the center divider. There he goes, jumping the center divider into oncoming traffic, and that's going to be a left turn. Wow, he barely made that turn. Now, looking up ahead, he's got the airport.
Wrong side of the road.
Yeah, wrong side of the road, and he's got the airport ahead of him.
He's heading back to John Wayne.
Yep. Oh. Officers right there. Oh, they had the spike strip out, but they didn't have time to put it out.
Yeah.
Northbound Jamboree. So officers trying to put a spike strip down. They weren't sure if he was going to take the shoulder of the road or the middle of the road, and he opted for the middle, and that's when the officers, guessed and were hoping for the shoulder, but he took the center. Now he's up on
he just passed over the...
Is that the 405?
He just passed over...
Does he have a flat
we got
tire?
Sparks coming out of there.
Does he have
Maybe he did hit something.
Yeah. Something just flew off the side.
That right rear tire.
Yeah, it looks like he might be on a rim now. Oh, no, he's going to hit that car. Oh, man, he just sideswiped that car there on the right-hand side. And he is going to be going towards the freeway. This is going to be the 405, and it looks like he's, nope, he was going to, nope, he's beyond the 405 now. He's beyond the 405 on Jamboree northbound. He's weaving in and out, and we don't know the status of that right rear. Oh, he's going to get out again. He's got his door open.
Yeah.
He does.
And if he's carjacked someone once, you've got to think he's going to do it again.
Right on the grass.
Right up on the grass and continues on. This is Von Carmen, I think.
And apparently they picked him up on Barranca Road in the Irvine area, and that was about 20 minutes ago.
He seems to be unable to control the vehicle.
He's at 8 o'clock, Patrick, 8 o'clock.
Yeah, there's something with the front end.
8 o'clock, 8 o'clock. Here we go. He's out on foot now. He's trying to run, and he's running up this hill. He's going 10 o'clock, Patrick. 10 o'clock.
What is this he's running into?
It's a business complex, business area. He's got the dog coming at him. The dog takes him down right there, 12 o'clock, Patrick, 12 o'clock.
Yep.
The dog got him. The dog made the tackle right before he got into that business complex. Now he's fighting with officers. Look at that. Unbelievable. But now, thank goodness, this pursuit is over with the suspect putting up a fight with officers and a canine.
Now you're looking down here at this red van here on 435 in Clay County. So 435 in Clay County. This is happening right now in the Northland. We are unclear at this point why police are chasing this particular van at the moment, but is clearly swerving back and forth among the lanes, something that is rather scary to watch here live again, coming into us now from Chopper 5. Scary to watch because who is on the roads right now. You see some cars behind it. Clearly they are giving chase to this van. My understanding is that it is now heading in a southbound direction, but it seems to be heading off the road now, trying to get away from authorities, and sadly heading into oncoming traffic. This is when things in any chase around town get extra dangerous, because again, this van right now, this red van thereafter, this kind of cargo type van, is going the wrong direction right now on the highway in the Northland in Clay County. Clearly, this must come to an end here very, very soon. A very scary situation. Looks to be heading to an on-ramp now, on-ramp here of 435. Again, this van in the wrong direction, hopefully blowing out a tire or two as it goes through that median there, and can't at least drive much further, and at least can't go at those speeds any longer. But boy, it seems to be going at a pretty good clip again. I was sure hoping those tires had blown. It looks like we just lost one tire. That should help slow this van down, hopefully here. Again, you're watching this now, 435 southbound in the Northland. Right now, this van has, as we were watching it, it was heading in one direction and then crossed over that median into oncoming traffic, heading in the wrong direction. Just crossed back now into the proper lanes and seems to be taking here at least an exit ramp here. I'm waiting to hear some clarification as to where exactly we are looking at this van now, but as you can see, police are coming up on it quite quickly here, trying to at least get around it, get in front of it, maybe drop some stop sticks to get a hold of this van, which unbelievably has continued now and for several miles, seemingly without at least one tire, but seems to be going at a pretty good clip here again. So it seems to have gotten off here on another highway. I'm trying to get a vantage point here for you from our Chopper 5 pilots, needing to hear from our control room here where you think this is. And okay, so this is now apparently southbound I-35 now in the Northland, coming off of 435. These are the southbound lanes of 35. Thankfully, at the very least, what we're seeing now is a van heading at least in the right direction down the highway, just now spinning out. That back tire, indeed, of the passenger side did blow out about a mile or so ago. So police officers here, at least 3 cars that I can see, coming out, guns drawn, waiting for the driver, whoever else may be in this van, to get out of the car. And hopefully this will come now to a peaceful ending here on the southbound lanes of 35, coming off of 435. This is happening right now in the Northland. Chopper 5 giving us great visuals here from above. as this driver seems to be coming out of that red van, hands up and on the ground, hands above their heads. And we're going to watch this here from Chopper 5, make sure this comes to a positive ending here, as it looks like they are successfully cuffing this. It looks to be a man.
You're looking at it right there, a stolen U-Haul truck, 2 people inside, a woman behind the wheel. This picked up in Bell Gardens a little over an hour ago, and we continue to remain in the Bell Gardens Vernon area right now. Megan.
Well, we're in the Commerce area now. We just came out of the Vernon Bell Gardens area. And Michael, what I'm hearing is that the right front tire is starting to deflate here. So we're going to get News Chopper 4 into position here. Really, this is a good opportunity, guys, for them to deploy that, or actually to perform that pit maneuver. Vehicles going slow enough to where they hopefully can just spin that thing around and bring this pursuit to a safe ending.
A lot of activity here from the passenger on his cell phone, reaching down, picking up a backpack. Looks like he's got something in his hand. He's taking a little swig of something.
Is that a wine bottle?
Megan, we've seen a lot of there goes there goes the entire tire. Megan, we've seen that this before, where they still don't give up even with the rim and three tires. So this seems to be the case once again.
Yay, boy, this could end it. Wow. Maybe not. Wow. Okay, that's the first real desperate maneuver. The passenger is holding. Can we get eyes on that, Rich? The passenger is preventing the driver from coming out. Okay. Okay. Thank goodness. Sorry. This is really weird, right? Wow. Okay.
All right, Mark Kono, thank you so much. If you're just joining us, this pursuit started about 25 minutes ago. As Mark just mentioned, too, he was the first overhead LAPD in pursuit of this vehicle. It's a 4-door BMW sedan. Apparently, there's a burglary suspect. Male, female, we're not exactly sure, driving the vehicle. It's also unclear how many suspects or people are in that car with him or her. West Valley initiated this pursuit, and they are still behind this vehicle that has been really lucky that that right shoulder is pretty open. And unfortunately, he's been able to find some really fast speeds.
Okay, he is, as I said, this is where the 90 freeway transition with a 405 dumps out. The 90 freeway actually ends there in Culver City.
You got it.
So any moment here, he's going to be on a surface street. He's going to pass that big mall you see from the 405 freeway. He's doing that right now.
This will at least slow him down, hopefully, but this is when things get dangerous because of just right here, like these intersections, people cruising through a green light, not realizing that there's a pursuit going on, is when things can get really dangerous. And it's frustrating for LAPD because they can't see in the vehicle with the tinted windows.
And I think right now, I think he is on, he was on Sepulveda Boulevard. Now he's pulled off around this apartment, and now he's crossing a double yellow line to get around a vehicle. This guy's doing everything he can to get away.
It looks like he might be in a parking lot.
Well, he's going to ditch this thing in a parking garage.
He's going into the structure right at the what I believe to be the Westfield Culver City shopping mall here. So the Westfield Culver City shopping mall. He was southbound on Sepulveda here from Slauson Avenue here, where he just got off the 90 freeway, and you just saw him enter the parking structure here on the JCPenney side. That's going to be on the east side.
Sky 5 was overhead as the suspects were speeding and driving on the shoulder of the 405 freeway in a white BMW with paper plates. They then exited the freeway and pulled into the parking structure of the Westfield Mall. The car was eventually found and impounded, but the two suspects got away. Police also located evidence connecting the suspects to that burglary.
Oh, he's turning into a parking lot here. Now it's a gas station. He's going to cut through the gas station here. And look at this. Officer's trying to cut him off. Let's see what happens. When he gets there, he might try a pit maneuver. No, he jumps the curb a little bit there and takes off on that unit. That unit was trying to block him in there, but he was able to squeeze out of that gas station. Oh, he's going to continue. He's going to blow right by that car and the sheriff's unit there. That car was trying to pull over and get out of the way when that driver tried to pass. The suspect tried to pass on the right-hand side of that driver. Oh, he's swerving. He's got a car in front of him. Oh, really close call there. Look at the officers having to get around that guy. Maybe that civilian there in that red car was trying to bring that pursuit to an end. That's never a good idea in these situations. But wow, what a dangerous situation this has turned out to be. That car, that red car, trying to block his path, almost getting T-boned by the suspect vehicle. Here he goes into a neighborhood, can't make the turn. Wrong side of the road into a neighborhood. Fortunately, no traffic there for them. He's going to blow right by some cars here. He's going to try to make his way out. He's got a tough turn there at high speeds. He's going to come right back at us. He might be going into a dead end here. Let's see what happens. He's got a right turn there to make. And I'm going to come out wide so you can see the neighborhood here. He's got a ways out of this, but you can see all the units behind him in trail in this neighborhood. Very nice neighborhood. He's got, fortunately, there's not a whole lot of people right now in this neighborhood out on foot. He's got a cul-de-sac, nowhere to go. Let's see what happens. He's going to try to foot bail. Here they go. One coming out of the back, two out the back. The driver, 3, 4, and the driver's giving up. The driver's giving up. The passenger in the front's giving up. They're taking them down right here. They're gonna comply immediately with the officers. The passengers in the rear, they took off running, and the airship has an eye on them right now. But this is the driver here being taken into custody. The passenger up on the sidewalk. Front 2 suspects, that's the driver there. The front passenger being taken care of right now, and then the deputies now going to be searching for those other 2 that ran into this neighborhood. Here we go. Officers on the next street over. They're going to come around. There's a they're talking about a backyard with a basketball court in it. You can see officers approaching here. There's the one suspect. There's the other one. They got all 4. So this is one street over to the west, and they have all 4 now in custody.
And we've never heard him pick up the freeway either. We've only heard him on surface streets. He's on San Fernando Road now. Again, he's slowing down his speeds just a touch, which is good. But unfortunately, the bad part is he's not stopping. And so that's definitely what the LAPD would like to see him do. But as he continues to run red lights here and continues to drive so erratically, driving on the wrong side of the road, it really is creating such a danger for motorists here in the Porter Ranch, Chatsworth area. Portion of San Fernando Road is just on the east side of the 5 freeway. There are smoking a little bit there. Maybe his car's starting to give out on him. We'll see. And look at that. There is a passenger. We actually can see that there is somebody sitting in the front passenger seat. So that confirms a question that we had earlier. We weren't sure if he had any passengers. Now we know that he does. Okay. Whoa, gosh. It's so dangerous. He keeps running these lights, keeps driving on the wrong side of the road, high speed. It seemed like that street just came to an end there, so he was forced to take a southbound turn here on Astoria, I believe. Let me get a better shot of it for you here. He's, oh, there we go. He ran over a stop sign. Officers directly behind him. We have a male, white shirt, running. We do know there's a passenger, but we're going to go ahead and stick with that male. The driver, of course, since we don't know if the passenger really knew that this guy was going to be in a pursuit today, but obviously this guy did because he was the driver. So he is hopping from home to home. He's going to come out right here on the side yard, passing through these vehicles here on the front of this home, continuing running, white shirt, black shorts, black baseball cap. Coming up to this home here, passing that blue truck. He's going to try to leap over this fence right now. There you go. Oh, look at that. He has quite the good balance, actually, as he continues to run away from police here. It looks like he may be running out of steam here. I see him starting to slow down here on the rear of this home. Hopefully these windows and doors are closed, and he's not going to be able to get in. And sure enough, it looks like he may have tried to get into that home. The door was closed. He was not able to get in. Pulling up his pants, he forgot his belt today. The cops are definitely going to see him from here. The police airship is going to see that white shirt. That is nice and bright, so they are not going to miss sight of him here. Continuing, running past this pool. He's definitely slowing down. I know he's tired. He looks tired. He just took a tumble there, fell on that person's flower pot. He's going to try to climb yet over another fence. Again, this is a residential area off of Eldridge, kind of just north of the Los Angeles Mission College. He's going to use this silver dumpster here, to give himself some leverage here so he can climb over this trellis. He was able to hop over, but as you saw in the shot just a few seconds ago, there is a police helicopter right overhead, and he sees him with that bright-colored white shirt. It's going to be difficult for him to hide, in fact, in this area. There's a police helicopter as well. Once again, he's just on the other side of that home. He's going to come out in just a sec. We're going to either see him go into the driveway area, or we're going to see him climb into that other home. But he's definitely in that side yard. That is where we last saw him, right in the backyard for that home. So they're going to start to make their way towards this suspect, and there he goes. He did come out to the front of the house. He's still there. He's straddling those two fences. He's now, again, walking the line on top of the fence here. He sees those officers. They're right next to him. There's no way he doesn't see him. And they, in fact, do see him as well. They may be looking at, there we go. He's on the roof now, on the roof. Decided his only way out was to take a climb onto the roof. He's now on top of this home. There's really nowhere for him to go at this point. The police airship is overhead. They're on the loudspeaker. They're telling this guy to give up, and that would really be the ideal situation. He continues to gesture towards the officers. He's not quite giving up just yet. He did take off his baseball cap. We did see him raise his hands, but it wasn't really in a, hey, I'm giving up, take me into custody type of gesture. So it does look like he's in a friendly conversation with them. So this is an interesting twist. He got a hold of a hose somehow. And he did drink from it. Perhaps maybe that was the agreement he came to with the LAPD. Maybe he said, hey, if you pass me a hose and I can take a quick drink, I'll give up. So we don't know exactly what's going on here, but he did take a sip of that water. I'm guessing he was quite thirsty after running away from the cops, not only on surface streets, but as well as on foot. We, of course, have been on this the entire time, and the LAPD airship has also been over the entire time. That light that you see there on the roof is actually the night sun coming from the police helicopter. And we also have officers surrounding this home in every direction.
Police took a man into custody overnight in another hours-long standoff, this one on a rooftop in Sylmar. Police are saying it started with a dangerous car chase on the streets of San Fernando Valley. The man was suspected of kidnapping his girlfriend.
No, Susie, I'm sorry. We don't know what the original want was. Yet you can see that LAPD cruiser really working his way up there. They have been cleared to pit this vehicle. So you can see the driver making those evasive moves out there. Whenever that LAPD cruiser gets a little bit closer, there we go, making another turn right there. I believe that we're turning on to Santa Fe, and you can see the vehicle basically trying to avoid being pitted, making these kind of moves out here back and forth. But these slow speeds, this would be the perfect setup. You can see that car making those moves, trying to do, basically taunting that officer, that LAPD officer. He might not have to pit him. This guy might spin out on his own at these slow speeds. But Newton Division, LAPD, in pursuit. We're in the Vernon area right now, and probably going to be seeing this chase coming to an end here very shortly. Oop, oop, oop. They're unsuccessful. Unsuccessful. And you saw, oh yeah, definitely. They want to bring this to an end. You know, I'm unclear on the whole thing, why the car is moving so slow. Right when we saw it, right before we saw it, we got the camera on it before we went live. The vehicle was moving. There we go, there we go. Up! Oh, a lot of Bondo and a lot of plastic. That's what I just saw come off of that Honda. And the LAPD cruiser just kind of staying behind it. Looks like we're into a parking area right here. LAPD right behind it there, dragging that plastic bumper. There's the helicopter overhead. LAPD really want to bring this thing to an end. Apparently, I'm hearing that it's a dead end or it's just a boxed-in area, so they're going to have to either make a very drastic move or it's just going to come into an end. Approaching Budlong is the last area that we heard. Maybe this has got an out. They're saying that there's no place for this to go, even if he's working his way out, trying to work his way, but it's going to bottleneck, but no place for him to go. Oh, there goes the front bumper. 2 gates, taking out 2 gates. Look at that. Oh, talking about just 2 gates. There is a way out, Jeff. But it's not going to keep this up for long. I can tell you that. That officer right there. There we go. Another pit. More blow. Well, there we go. That's going to be bringing it to an end. Oh, but crazy end right there. We're on Santa Fe in the city of Vernon. We know that there was somebody in the passenger seat. That car did stop. But we saw that this person continually try to get away. 2 gates. Haven't seen that ever. Why I'm saying that is this car might put it into reverse, might still try to get away. Not really sure what's going to happen here. These officers from LAPD, they are not playing. All those officers have their weapons drawn. They are looking at this vehicle. Very serious, tense situation right now. But hopefully the driver and the passenger are just going to be getting out of this. I'd really like to know what that original want was, seeing how dangerous this person has been and how determined he's been to get away. Officers from LAPD, though, there we go. Driver's side, our passenger side opening up. You got a female getting out right there, hands up. But the driver's still in that car. Not sure if that car is running. Yes. That is the driver right there, Susie, and getting out of the vehicle. Seems a little upset that he's going into custody. I'm shocked that he would be. What else? How else was that going to end? I have never seen a car go through a fence like that. It almost looked like a movie stunt. I would have thought for sure the fencing would have stopped that car, but obviously we know now it did not. The officers, though, they still have their weapons trained on the vehicle. The windows are not tinted, so my guess is perhaps they think or see a third person inside the car. The driver now out, the front passenger out as well. But these officers, we haven't seen any kind of relaxed mood as of yet. Possibly one person still inside that car. The 2 people, the male driver, female passenger from the front of the car, laying out there on the road. As we understand it, that's Santa Fe out here in the city of Vernon. But the officers still have their weapons pointed at the car, so I'm wondering if there's somebody in that back seat. Hey, you guys on Facebook, I'm glad you were watching. I never brag, and it's kind of like a duopoly and stuff, so you'll probably see it on some other stations, but I just got to say that we were the only ones here. Woo!